today we're here to bust some myths. We love a good myth buster, don't we?
Love it.
Got excited by it. So, how many times have you heard the phrase, just relax?
What the heck does that mean?
What does it mean? And if somebody goes, right, we've got the key, we're going to help you, we're just going to help you relax, we're going to get ready for your performance and help you relax. You can't fully relax, right? Because if you fully relax, you'd be like me, like 10:30 at night at the minute, just like zonked on my bed and incapable of doing anything. And I just kind of just want to chill out and get under my duvet and hide. So we're here to bust the myths about tension
and holding. Yes, so it's all about tension, freedom.
Yeah, because people say you've got to get rid of the tension, you've got to get rid of it. No. Because if you get rid of the tension, you could be like a rag doll.
Who's going to drop?
Go. Okay, so if somebody says to you, right, we're going to get rid of all your tension, Becky, what's the first myth-busting thing you're going to say to them? Can you get rid of all your tension?
No, it's physically not possible.
No, not possible.
It's just not.
First bust we're going to do.
Muscles. You can't relax every single muscle at once.
And what would happen if you were going out to do a vocal performance and you just relaxed?
Well, you'd lose your stage presence because everything would just be like...
Yeah.
So you've got no presence.
Yeah, you won't be able to project your voice.
If you want to do belt, the whole purpose, that one of the biggest things you do for belting, for those big money notes, you need energy in your body. If you've not got any tension in your body, you ain't going to hit those notes. And that's end of.
Yeah. Here's another one then. So we talk about relax, you've got to get rid of all the tension. Is tension, as a performer and an artist, a good thing?
Yes.
Ooh, here we go. That's a good one, isn't it?
It's going to make everyone go, what?
Is
You want
it
to
a
be
good
tense?
thing? No.
No, you don't want to be tense.
Don't want to be tense, but
you
tension.
need tension. Everything you do requires a minimum effort level. Now, if you've got a decent teacher, and this is going to be in dance, it's going to be in music, any instrument, in singing,
drawing, art,
everything. There has got to be a minimum level of effort, a minimum level of tension. What your teacher will do is help you find that minimum level so that whatever you do is sustainable.
Yep.
You can do for long periods of time. You can do with ease. You can make things look effortless. Doesn't mean that it is effortless, but you want the appearance to be, because then people can actually get involved and absorbed into what you're doing.
100%. So you need to learn how to use tension in your favour and it to be your magic tool. So where you need the tension to be, how much you need the tension to be engaged at that point, and the benefits of it as well. Yeah. Okay, so there's two. Let's think of another one. So if we're going into a performance, people go, just breathe. Becky, should we always just breathe?
Yes, but...
Okay, we love a but.
Because when you go breathe, what's your first thing you're going to do? You're going to breathe in. If someone tells you to breathe...
Well, it was funny, right? So I just did the opposite. Because I was holding my breath, waiting, and went... So actually, both those examples are about... Yeah.
If you talk to a child and go, breathe, they're going to go... You need to breathe, yes, but you need to do the out breath first, because your body will always instinctively take an in-breath. So get rid of the air. The number of times I'm working with singers and they're going, I'm out of breath, and I'm going, okay, so take a smaller in-breath, and they go, but I'm out of breath. I'm like, yes, because you've got too much air.
Yeah, and you keep
and they're holding it, and because they're holding it, it's all getting tenser and tenser and tenser and tighter and tighter. You've got to let the air out.
Love it. Let the air out. So yes, you need to breathe, but you need to let the air out, and that goes into movement a lot. You see a lot of people where they take the breath and they hold their breath, but actually you need to let the air out through the dance process and while you're dancing, and then use your breath at the right time to help enhance your movements. So it's not just about keep breathing, just breathe. No, you've got to use your breathing technique in the right way to enhance your performance.
Exactly.
You can't just breathe.
It's got to follow the flow, and whether that's movement, whether that's singing, whether that's playing the piano, whether it's playing another instrument, whether it's using
brush stroke.
Exactly. But that breath is going to help with that flow of movement and those accents and all the bits and pieces, those nuances that you have within a performance.
Yeah. And I suppose, what's the last myth we're going to bust about relaxation and tension? What do you hear? They were pretty good ones we hear all the time.
Those are.
You can tell this is all very natural because we just sit and chat.
And now my brain's gone dead.
And now brain's gone dead. When people say, I can't do it, the initial response you hear is, just relax, it'll be fine.
Do you know what I actually do the other now? And I put tension in the body.
Yeah, because so this is a myth. So when people go, I can't do it, you're like, just relax, it'll be fine. By saying that, you're going to create more tension.
Yeah.
So the myth is, don't say, just relax, it'll be fine.
No, you've got to move them. And actually, instead of saying just relax, you've got to get them thinking about something else. So whether that's using movement, getting them walking around, getting them to stretch up, getting them to stretch down, or going into a power pose to fake confidence. Power pose is instantly going to bring in some tension around your body. It's going to engage. So rather than tension, why don't we use the word engage?
Oh, yeah. So
let's engage the body.
Yeah. So our challenge for you is to no longer talk about relaxation or relaxing and tension. Talk about engagement.
And how much do I need to engage, or how little do I need to engage?
And sometimes the magic bit is in realising the small amount that you need to do rather than the big amount. Becky had a little phrase when we were talking about this one. What's the magic? Not being late, was it?
Oh, it's about being efficient. Apart from
efficient with your energy and engagement.
The term laziness, because I like to be lazy, and if I can find a lazy way to do something, I do it.
So it's about being efficient. I like it.
Efficiency is the word that we're meant to use.
Yeah. And that is whether you are working, whether you are in sessions, whether you are performing. It's about being efficient, because if you're efficient with your engagement in whatever it is, you can last for longer. More, this is the last one, more isn't always better. Yeah? Harder, longer, more isn't always better. Sometimes less is more because you can keep doing it for longer.
Exactly, it becomes more sustainable.
Yeah, so there's some myths we've busted for you today to do with relaxation and tension. Enjoy engaging, enjoy finding your most efficient, lazy way to do it, and we'll see you next time.